Make life yummy with food for your mind and tummy. Lady Yum Yum.
Hi, welcome to the Lady Yum Yum Show. Today I'm joined by Stanley the Bunny. Stanley's a big star. He starred in the film Bunny Dan, which premiered at the Cannes Film Festival in France a few years back. And today he's the inspiration for my naturally dyed Easter eggs. Let me get Stanley back to his trailer. A director is waiting for him. And I'll wash my hands and meet you at the stove to show you how to make these great Easter eggs. In this 2-quart pan, I have 4 cups of water and 2 tablespoons of turmeric. Turmeric's this pretty yellow spice. It's used in a lot of cooking, mostly Indian. And it's very inexpensive. I got a big bag for $1.19. So it's great for a dye substance. There's 2 methods for dyeing Easter eggs. One is you can boil the Easter egg or simmer the Easter egg in the dye. The other is you cook your eggs ahead of time and then you dip your eggs in a vinegar solution that has the dye in it. The vinegar helps the dye stick to the egg. We're going to try both methods so we can compare the results. So I have 1 large egg in here. It's been simmering for 14 minutes. Ooh, I like this color. I'd put this egg in the cold water and spice mixture and brought it to a boil, and then reduce the heat and let it simmer for 14 minutes. Now I'll move the egg to an ice water bath to stop the cooking. This results in a perfect hard-boiled egg every time. We have 4 more items to try here. The turmeric came out really well, so I'm thinking more spices. So here I have paprika. And I have sumac berry. I got this at Penzeys. Go on our website, you can see that link for this company. You can also probably find it in Middle Eastern stores. A couple cups of frozen blueberries and spinach. So let's see how these turn out. I'm using 2 tablespoons of spice and 4 cups of water. It looks like a good color. I'm also using 2 tablespoons of sumac in 4 cups of water. It doesn't mix in right away, but it will once the water starts heating. Now 2 cups of frozen blueberries. I had these hanging around in the freezer. And finally spinach, about 4 loosely packed cups. Again, I'll bring them to a boil. And then I'll reduce the heat to a simmer, and in 14 minutes we'll check them out and see what they look like. Ooh, I like the paprika color. This sumac berry came out a light speckled pink. It's kind of neat. Ooh, the blueberry's good. Very subtle green on this spinach. I'm not sure that worked. I've also been told you can use the peel of citrus to dye, so I'm going to do some lemon, orange, and lime colors as well. I'm just taking my vegetable peeler and peeling the colorful outer layer off of 3 fruits each. I'll see how that works. These citruses produce pretty light color, barely a tint. And the lime, it didn't work much at all. It looks pretty white to me. If you ever forget if your egg is hard-boiled or raw, spin it. A hard-boiled egg spins really fast, and a raw egg doesn't spin very well at all. Here I have 3 pink or purple colors. I have grape juice. This is red hibiscus tea. I have 6 tea bags, 4 cups of water. And this one's cranberry juice. Let's look at the cranberry juice one first. So there's the cranberry juice, and this is where the vinegar method I think might win out, because I have to boil the eggs for 14 minutes and then remove them to the ice water bath. Whereas with the vinegar method, I can leave them in even overnight if that's the color I want. Into the ice bath. This is the hibiscus tea. Interesting. Into the ice. And the grape juice. Ooh, that one's interesting. Into the ice. I'm saving all the colored water I boiled. I'll strain them and let the liquid cool to use with the vinegar. You'll use 2 teaspoons of vinegar to a 1/2 cup of your dye solution. These cups all hold a 1/2 cup, and I check to make sure that the egg will be covered with the solution. Here we have half our colors, or about half our colors, and you can see that they're starting to dye. That one looks pretty good. You leave them in the dye as long as you want. Until you get the color you like. The vinegar acts as what's called a mordant to bind the dye onto the eggshell. And if you want to leave them overnight, you can. Just make sure you store them in the refrigerator because the egg is perishable. Ooh, I like that one. So Stanley came to check out the results of our Easter egg dyeing, and overall the spices worked really well. The sumac berry and the paprika and the turmeric, and the blueberry is really interesting as well. The colors aren't as vibrant as using food dye or the kits that you can get, and they're much more unpredictable, but it was a lot of fun, and I hope you give it a try as well. And remember, if you're thinking about getting a rabbit for Easter, these are Easter rabbits. Real rabbits require a lot of care, much more than a dog or cat. So make sure you look up all the information about how to care for a real bunny before you decide to get one. Thanks for joining us. See you next time.
Before